write and tell a story to people. So let's start off. I'll tell my story, and I hope you enjoy. The story's title is A Trip to the Wilderness. It was a dark and windy night. I I turned the rusted key in the lock and the ancient door creaked. Dust swirled around me as I gave the door a push, and a groan echoed in the lone desolate place house I was standing outside of. I had been hiking for the entirety of the day on the Pembrokeshire coast path in Wales. I had been looking for a place to hunker down for the night and happened to find a lone house in my search. I stepped inside the house, the wooden floor creaking under my weight. The wind howled outside, giving rise to eerie sounds. The house was a quaint one, with a few windows letting in the light of the fireflies outside. I slowly walked to the table and chair, checking to make sure that no creatures were underneath. From the outside, the house had looked old, but from the inside, you could see the true age of the house. Parts of timber were alive once more, with vines growing in the gaps and crevices of the lumber, left by the lumber. I was looking for a place to lay my sleeping bag and enter the land of dreams. I searched around the house, seeing many forms of life, including the lights of spiders, wood-munching termites, a few fireflies, a grass snake, and two house sparrows. Nature had claimed parts of the house, and I carefully traversed the areas where the critters had made residence. Finally, I found a spot large enough for me, uninfested by creatures. I set up my sleeping bag and laid in it, preparing to get some rest. Throughout the night, the wind howled, and so did a pack of wolves. That was enough for me to stay dead quiet and listen to the ambient sounds I could hear after the wind died down. I listened to them for a bit before letting them lull me to sleep. At around 8 a.m. the next morning, I woke up to the sun rays shining through the windows. In the daytime, the house seemed much more lively. I packed up my sleeping bag and left the house with a sense of calm I would not find anywhere in the hustle and bustle of the city. I continued my trip with a newfound respect for the calm nature of the wilderness, vowing that I would help preserve areas like these once I got back home, and promised myself that I would visit this place once again. Thank you.
Please name the listeners.
Hmm?
Name the listeners.
And the listeners, thank you for joining. They are Ruchi Kapoor, Akshay Gulati, Surendra Kapoor, Ashwat Tyagi, Arisa Bhatnagar, Navya Singh, Shreyas Singh, and Siddharth Singh. Thank you for joining. And now you are also free to recite your own stories.